Hello there, and a very happy Monday to you. Thank you so much for allowing me to step into this Facebook Live one more time again. You know, as the situation around coronavirus continues to change, I'm actually starting a series this week called Living Through COVID-19. And the first in the series is Take This Seriously. I'm Lois Melkonian. I'm a life coach, and I am so glad to be here and kind of hang out as I am wondering what I've been doing with the 15-day pause. I've really taken this into consideration. We're in day 8 right now. Coming up to the 31st is when we're going to understand whether or not this has made any difference with social distancing, and I am super curious about that myself. So I thought I would check in with a couple of people in the medical community who know far better than me. And the reason I did that was because this weekend I happened to notice a lot of people who were extremely close when they were at parks, or whether they were standing in line, or whether they were on beaches. And it was a little different. Now, I wasn't at a beach, but I could see it on video and wondered about that. So I checked in with an extremely good friend of mine, Dr. Deb St. Fard, and she is associate professor at UC Health, CU Sports Medicine. Now, she has a very brilliant and scientific perspective, and she also happens to be an awesome mom of 2 teenagers. And basically, she said, assume that everyone is carrying the virus, whether they're symptomatic or not. And that means really, really be prudent. Stay home. Get outside as often as you can, but don't do it in groups, and wash your hands after everything you do. I've always washed my hands, but I've become a bit neurotic about it right now, and that's probably the best thing I could be doing to keep me and my family and anyone who's around me safe. That means, like, if you unlock a door coming into a house, or the steering wheel on your car, or the phone that you might have right now that you're going around with, are you keeping this thing clean? Are you actually doing stuff like that? And you know, she also pointed out something very interesting. You know, as you know, that stores are regulating how many people can go in and out of a store. Well, when they do that and you end up not in the group that gets to go in, you may be in the group that's standing in line right next to someone else. If that happens, separate. Spread out, wait for your chance to get in, and don't be worried about something like this. So think about how to give yourself a little more room. Don't touch your face. Now, you'll spot her and many other people wearing bandanas right now to make sure that they aren't getting any sneeze particles that might be coming around you. And there's the bottom line. COVID-19 spreads mainly from person to person. Now, as the CDC does remind us that first it spreads between people who are in close contact, hence the 6 feet parameter that we have, and it also spreads through these respiratory droplets that are produced when an infected person coughs or sneezes. So this means that those who aren't following the guidelines are actually ignoring the reality that while they may not come down with serious symptoms of COVID-19, they might be carriers who pass it along to someone who could then get very seriously ill or possibly even die. You know, what's interesting, many of us are touched by this in different ways, right? My neighbors who live across the street are in their 80s. So if they came in contact with someone who was being careless about their lifestyle, their chances of being harmed go way up, as will anyone with an underlying health condition or a compromised immune system. They may not themselves be the people that I'm seeing out in the park doing all of their things and hanging out a little too close together, may not get sick themselves, but they may carry this to someone else. So not only does it impact those who are immune compromised like this, but it also is affecting those who are on the front lines of the fight against the coronavirus. A really great friend of mine from San Francisco works in the ICU cardiac and pediatric unit at UCSF, and she tells me that their policies are changing daily, sometimes hourly. They don't even have enough personal protective equipment, PPEs, as you've been reading, and you've been seeing this all over the news, right? They can't keep safe, so they're having to reuse their gear when necessary. And because she's over the age of 60, her adult daughter, who is also an ICU nurse, is reluctant to hug her. She and others are facing this pandemic head on, and they know that the people who are careless and not taking this crisis seriously are clogging up their hospitals in a very needless way. So her message from the front lines to all of us and to me last night was, be thankful for what you have, Lois. Be careful. stay home, wash your hands like all the time. If you are going outside, that's great, go outside, but stay 6 feet apart, love each other, and hold up each other in prayer. Those are the guidelines I got from someone who is right on the front lines and who has a lot of fear meshed in to everything that's going on in her life. So we're all living in this time of uncertainty, and whether you're facing a quarantine yourself or you know someone who is in a difficult situation, you are feeling the impact. And that impact can go anywhere from absolute detachment and a decision to, I'll just do whatever I want, to complete fear. And there's all of that on the spectrum, and we probably are going through it ourselves on a wave of it pretty much several times a day. Please know that you are not alone. We really are in this together. And even when we get frustrated by certain things that are going on around us, there are little bits and pieces of things that we can do. So if you need to talk, if you want to talk, please feel free to contact me. I'll post a full version of this blog soon on this site. And I hope you'll join me again tomorrow. A virtual hug to absolutely all of you. Thank you.